Hello guys, welcome back to Wicked-Whiskers. It's been a while since I filmed the last video, so I almost forgot how it goes. Regarding the beard, I have maybe like 3 days of beard growth. I see some pimples are already showing up, so today we will go with a little bit heavier equipment. Regarding the soap, Trade Winds by the MoonSoap shaving company. The brush of choice will be Razorock's Black and Clear Silvertip, simply because I've been using it for the last week and somehow I tuned it again, so no surprises. And between me and you, I was a little bit lazy to just try anything else, so I will quickly just scoop out these sudsy residues from the pack. This would also be my recommendation for all of you. Always keep your pack fairly moist, just rinse it out lightly. As you can see, it is wet, shiny, but don't leave any excessive water inside. And also don't keep your soap very dry, because it will make a lot of issues on your next shaves. So, speaking of the previous week, I sort of announced to you some life upgrades, and this is also the reason why I simply didn't had too much time to make more videos or to browse for new products. I bought my first apartment, so small life achievement, and I'm also looking for something new to treat myself for this occasion, something to demonstrate in new bathroom when the moment comes. But it required a lot of meetings in the bank, legal stuff, contracts, etc. So I was just going easy and lightly. Performed my usual one-day shaves. And I used ProRaso, which I filmed quite a lot, so I didn't want to be too repetitive. And now, since I have a little bit more time, I will just take another look on these MoonSoaps Trade Winds. As you can see, it's pretty creamy, pretty rich and dense, and I remember that on my first shave with it I was very surprised how well it is absorbing water. So far, as you can see, no dripping from the brush, although it is a synthetic one, so those ones are not so recognizable by water retention. But still, I think that this is now well diluted, well deposited in the whiskers, and as always, plenty to go for the second pass. So, razor which I used was my Franken razor, Merkur 25C clone, pearl, I forgot the name, a semi-slant handle with DLC Yaqi Open Comb head. Simply because for daily shaves it was just nice, fast, easy, comfortable, maybe a little bit more efficient compared with any safety bar razor which I've got, but still, even for a single pass, as you can see, it is, I would say, almost a BBS. But because of this pretty tall top cap, it also didn't dig too much into the skin as tips might do. So for these frequent meetings and public appearances, this was very nice combination of open comb efficiency and very shallow shaving angle comfort. So this side was a little bit better, maybe because of my light skin stretching. And since I had loaded Astra Green, I think this will be the third shave. I wanted just to give it one more ride. And later on to dig out some neglected razors from my stash. And yeah, now maybe I'm becoming a little bit more used to this razor head, because I've been using it for an entire week. So I definitely tuned the angles, the pressure, and when I'm not switching between the razors, I definitely avoid having that weird growing patterns. So with open combs, and this is the main reason why I like open comb razors so much, is because when I have a safety bar razor and I repeat couple of strokes, like against the grain, with the grain, because they are not so direct in the shaving, I do tend to make a lot of undesirable moves, and sometimes it makes some hairs to be a little bit stuck on some portions of the skin. Maybe I go a little bit too close, and later on I have a really slow growing whiskers. Some whiskers are fully grown, some become stacked underneath the skin. But with open comb razors the situation is pretty different, because I have the feeling that solely with the grain passes I'm cleaning up all the whiskers. I never have the need to go like completely against the grain. And when my beard grows back, it really seems that all the whiskers are on the same height. So really lots of benefits for open comb razors, and especially with this one, open combs does not need to be more aggressive or dangerous compared with its safety bar counterpart. So for me, shaving with the open comb is really nice and pleasant experience. Maybe the blade is not the best at this stage, but it is performing pretty well. And God only knows that in this week I really needed some nice and easy moments with all the stress and checking documentation. The mortgage, the banks, the reports. So yesterday I didn't want to shave, although I was tempted for Fox Gold, you know, for this memorable moment, but I was just too tired and decided to leave the shave for the morning to shave off all the troubles. And weirdly enough, I would say that maybe I'm still not processed the information of house purchasing. It still feels sort of surreal. And speaking of which, I'm getting the keys on Monday, so I really don't have any special excitement regarding to that. I will see which razor to use. For big day. So this is again sort of comfort shave for myself. And I see a couple of weepers, not a strange one with the old blade, but again, nothing too scary. Again, wonderful performance of Tradewind's soap. It still reminds me on some other soap, which I would definitely need to compare it with. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just enough for a perfect weekend shave. Speaking of that, since we had something new, let's try something old. So, another Brion in my den. let's splash it a little bit just to seal the nicks. And without any particular redness or burning, I would say that this is just enough, and this pimple in here is just begging me for squeezing. So I hope you liked this shape demo. Like I said, excellent soap. I should really use this a little bit more frequently. Time to toss out the Astra blade. 3 nice perfect shaves with open comb razor. What else can you ask for? So stay tuned. If you see me in the new bathroom soon, you know what is the story about. So thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next time. Bye.